hates me.
Fucking, where is the bruh?
Because
Why do I have to search for it, bro? It should just pop up.
Degenerate.
I got hit by the old double whammy of our own ad popped up as I'm trying to listen to the Twitch stream.
Yeah, I'm echoing like crazy, dude.
You are.
Yeah.
No desktop audio for this episode. Let's hit
Nope.
the intro.
We do not require it.
Nope. It's okay. We're good. All right, ready? Intro coming now. Welcome, gamblers, alcoholics, heroin addicts, people that ate Tide Pods, dicks and dickettes.
The people still planking.
Right. People was planking like the first viral internet trend? Like,
yeah.
What was it like? Maybe it's not the first, but maybe it was just the first of that era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really know what the first would have been.
It was hard or stupid either way.
Yes. And it was actually a lot of C-rackers doing it too. I don't think it was very much a white people phenomenon.
It was only C-rackers. There was no the brothers and the sisters abstained from planking.
Yeah. So anyway, welcome to the podcast.
Fuck yeah.
The Stick Around podcast, everybody. First of all, before we get into the alcohol in the episode, I want to say special thanks to Mater. He is now officially part of the crew. Unfortunately, that means you'll be hearing more from him.
Sorry, guys.
So, and by hearing, I mean, like you'll be hearing words come out of his mouth. Whether or not you understand what he's saying is completely on you. So, the Dig Around podcast is not responsible for the audio quality of spoken words from Mater.
Unfortunately, we kind of are now. We did incorporate this week, so he's under the umbrella of DAP Entertainment LLC.
Right.
But which is a great umbrella. He can stand under my umbrella, LLAAAA. But yeah, welcome, Mater. It's been a long time coming. He's been a friend of the podcast, but now he's an official dick, which he always kind of was. But
now he's officially a massive dick.
Yeah, now he's officially Jay Trigga's boss.
Ooh, rough.
Get back to work before you pop on here. Get back to work. Oh wait, no, sorry. It's 3:00 on a Sunday. He won't be up for 2 hours.
No, that's Joey.
Oh, that's our uncle.
Trigga knows how to actually seize the day.
Trigga's still up from last night.
Right. He's still playing Helldivers. Is what's happening.
Defending democracy.
You got it. Yeah, exactly. It's a tough job. So, go ahead and tell us what you got, Josh, for the drinks.
All right. No desktop audio, so we're not buying a drink.
We're not buying a drink unless you want to shut up for 30 seconds while I pull it up.
I don't. I really don't. Anyway,
not your strong suit.
Drink. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna take you home with me. I got money in the bank, the DraftKings bank. Anyway, so Friday, I told you I was up against it, man. I was racing home right when you canceled the episode.
Yeah, that was great.
I was in traffic for 2 hours, and I literally didn't have time to dip out and get liquor. And then I forgot People's Republic of North Carolina, the ABC stores closed on Sunday, so right. I'm kind of stuck with what I got. So I'll let you choose. So we can three-peat, and I can polish the old Japanese whiskey off, or
I feel like having a good episode, so maybe not.
Or we can go with some rum.
I think the rum, Pirate's Life for you, my friend.
Yarg.
You got the gnome hat to put on the decanter for it's the active. There you go. It's the active. Whatever you're actively drinking, that's what the gnome hat goes on.
There you go.
Nice. Love it.
All right, so I'm gonna do that in some energy drink because I do want to get drunk and have energy because I do have to get up at 3:00 in the morning. So
I have a surprise topic to talk about too. Why do you have to get up at 3:00 in the morning?
It's inventory, bro.
Oh, Love that.
That shit ain't gonna count itself.
If only there was a way to automate counting.
Now we have technology coming that it will automatically count itself. But I don't really feel like talking about a grocery store right now. But speaking of my grocery store, it is now full of goddamn degenerate gamblers. For those of you that don't know, online gambling was actually legalized and went into effect about a week and a half ago in North Carolina, and people are going apeshit over it. Like, if the overall productivity of the average employee was at like a 40%, it's now 13. It's like 14% now.
Yeah.
The screen time, the weekly screen time, I'm up like 3 hours a day. Like, it's fucking wild, bro. And I don't get into it like some people do, but I have at least laid 10 separate bets every day since I downloaded the fucking app on like Tuesday.
Love that.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I mean, I'm up.
So what's the money line been like at amongst all of the degenerates in the grocery store? How much gambling are they doing?
Well, everybody's got their own system. Some people are going a little slower than some, but I don't know. It's nobody's nobody's betting 10 grand on the Duke game, but
not yet.
Not yet. I definitely see it coming, but
there'll be about 2,000 items missing from inventory, and all of a sudden they'll be like, I got to take the day off. I got some inheritance money.
Right. All of a sudden the Baylor's missing from the back.
Yeah. There's like 37 steaks that suddenly show up at the chop shop down the street. Yeah. The used meat store.
The spray painted blue used meat store.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a guy. Don't worry. Yeah, no, the Baylor goes missing. The fucking the garage doors on the back, the motors are off the wall. You just see a guy in an F-150 out the side bay just loading shit in the truck.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're not to that. I'm not saying it won't get there because literally, literally of the males at my place of work that are over the age of 21, I'd say like 80% of them are on DraftKings all day.
Love that.
And I mean, it makes for some good conversation, but at the same time, it's also a dangerous lifestyle. It's something that'll suck you pretty quick. Like when you find yourself, if there's no like mainstream American sports going, and you're laying, I'm looking at you, shit ass. you're laying a 5-game parlay on check field hockey. Like it might be time to take a step back. Reprioritize your life. Maybe give your wife a call.
Tell your kids you love them because you may not see them for a long time after you lose the house.
Right. Yeah. And if you go far enough, like Otani's buddy, you might see him through a plate glass window. That's
a whole other thing. Well, and that just goes to show. So, how many stories in the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks have we talked about between the Jacksonville Jaguars guy? And he lost like $20 million.
Dude, $22 million.
He was just like, I'm going to charge it to the game. He was just running around with a charge card. Like, let's fucking do it.
Like the goddamn, it was one of those like thick ass metal credit cards, but it melted. Like he was.
Yeah, exactly.
Cash back, please.
How much cocaine, hookers, and gambling can I do in about in a 2-year window? About $22 million.
Apparently $22 million. But there's always a high stakes bet dropped on the line. Your dick is always in a woman, and you're always on cocaine. Like that's what $22 million will get you.
It's the best 2 years of your life, and then you go to prison for 15 years.
Listen, it might have been worth it. That sounds like a fucking blast. Just an open check that like nobody's checking in on.
Right. Until they do.
Yeah. Let's go to the club, boys.
Right.
Daddy wants to get saucy.
Don't worry, this one's on the city.
Right. This one's on Jackson.
Scott, yeah. Trevor, I'm a good friend of Trevor's. He's got my bag. He's covering me on this one.
Yeah. Hey, Jackson, put on the banana hammock. We going to the club.
Hell yeah. We're driving down to Miami for the weekend. I'm really going crazy.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah. Well, I feel like 22 million would stretch a lot further in Jacksonville than it would Miami.
Oh yeah, in Miami, it's like that's just like a couple of drinks and a hotel room.
Right. That's partying with T-Pain for a weekend.
Right. Like, exactly. Like current broke T-Pain. Not even like old money T-Pain.
No, broke T-Pain.
Yeah.
Like where he's got to scrounge through a Wendy's dumpster to eat breakfast.
Dude, I don't understand. Like, how is his money managed so poorly? Like him and all of the other athletes that apparently like can't take the time to hire somebody to manage their money for them.
So I mean, at his height, he was making a good bit of money, but you got to think, dude, he's not making Ohtani money. Like, at no point did he ever have 9 figures in his bank account.
But
like,
millions of people. I mean, and I'm talking about millions of people that have money don't make Ohtani money, but they also never go broke.
But what I'm saying is, so Ohtani is one of those guys, kind of like Gronk, where like he's literally never spent a check. He just goes off his endorsements, and when he retires, he's gonna sit on a mountain of cash. And like, but that's not how the rapper lifestyle leads you to some egregious spending. Like T-Pain's also like the rapper mentality, like his mentality was the jewelry doesn't go. Like he's literally got just a pile of rings and jewels and necklaces, and he can't buy his kids a Whopper, but he's just got like $14 million worth of jewelry just laying on a bed and like in the guest bedroom.
Well, that's a different kind of wealthy too, because you know if you've got 14 million in hard assets laying around, but you can't afford to go to McDonald's, you know. Yeah.
Right, and you can't budge off of the assets.
Right,
we call that cash poor.
That's exactly what we call it. Because you're not poor. Because the IRS, you know, that's the other thing. Like they can't tax your gains on physical gold. So what are you gonna do?
So another on that note, another thing. So Sea-Dog is so into the gambling thing. Like he's figured out. He's looked into the tax repercussions. So he's like, literally, when he wins a bet, he'll only bet the winning part, not the original investment. So he won't have to claim it on taxes.
Nice. I like that.
he's got a whole system figured out, man.
He's got like 13 shell corporations set up in the Caymans right now.
He's in the back, like acting like he's doing his orders, but he's got like a binder this thick with just spreadsheets.
Yeah, I would be very careful. Yeah, exactly. It's just his black ledger of. Yeah. It's his Epstein list of betting.
Yeah. But he's got on those glasses Robert De Niro had in Casino, like the giant square fucking window pane glasses.
100%.
And he's got the little like see-through green visor on.
Yeah, like he's a pit manager or something.
Yeah, he's smoking a stogie that's like hasn't been lit in 2 days, but there's only this much left.
Right, exactly. Yeah. A little glass of bourbon, 100%. I mean, what a scene!
A little glass of scotch.
If we gave like an AI image generator these exact directions, I mean, it would show you a live security camera of shit ass doing this in the back.
Yeah. He already left work, or he would be doing it right now.
I'll be extra careful at inventory tomorrow. I don't know how many people are really going to be working that hard.
Yeah, no shit. No, he's at home. He's mailing out his Pokemon cards he sold on eBay.
Yeah, he's gonna that fuels his gambling addiction for sure.
Right, and every time he puts a stamp on, he just goes back to FanDuel's and lays another bet, and then one of this, one of that. He just goes back and forth.
Right. He's like, that's another $5. How many parlay bets can I make in the next?
Listen, say what you will about shit ass, but that man fucking hustles, dude. Like he's got so many side gigs.
He's gonna make it out. You don't know how much meat he sold to that used meat store.
Actually, what day is today? Sunday. No, today is his candle making day.
Yeah, and tomorrow he makes like soap and tea. Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Monday he crochets sweaters. And then
right, but it's like he goes to he runs like the sweatshop out of the retirement home, like in Happy Gilmore.
And Tuesdays is his that's his dental second harvest. He goes outside of dentist office and like grabs whatever.
Yeah, and then he forages and he makes his jam on Thursdays.
Yeah, you don't want the jam. Yeah. It's better. It's better in the candles. Don't worry.
Fig jam. Yeah, you don't want. Dude, I remember there was I think it was a Food Theory episode or something, and they show this like Russian pine cone jam or some shit. It's literally pine cones in jam. And that's like the exact visual that I got of him. He's just like putting random like pine straw and like those little like sticky things that grow in the ground in Savannah for some reason.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
what do you call those?
I have no idea. I call them fucking assholes because they fucking hurt, dude. I hate those things.
Those talking about those little spiny things.
Yes, dude. Those things suck ass. Yeah, I hate them so much.
Dude, Savannah's got so much shit that it just irk the fuck out of you. Like
the people, the geography,
the people,
the traffic.
Yeah, the traffic. But then like I walk through a tree line and I've just got hitchhikers like from head to fucking toe.
Yeah.
And like I go to the beach and you got those little goddamn, what are they called? The fucking sand spur shits.
Yeah, well that's a whole different thing too. The fucking sand spurs at the beach.
Yeah. Dude,
fucking pains in the ass.
When they tell you not to walk in or around the dunes, listen, because they're chock full of goddamn sand spurs. Like
what they don't tell you is, it's like it's kind of like it's like man's contempt, you know. Like we weren't really supposed to live in Savannah or Florida, right. But we're like, fuck it. It just I love sunsets and I love margaritas, so we're gonna make this work.
The sand gnats and the sand spurs be damned.
Right, exactly.
Dude, the sand gnats are really bad, like down on the south end too. Like if the sand spurs don't get you, the sand gnats will, like literally, and it'll be like on one of those days,
fucking
like,
nasty.
So they were real bad at whatchamacallit, the Sunset Tropical Grill or whatever. Like if it's a real humid summer day, it's like 90 degrees outside, you just go like you're trying to eat a meal.
So every day.
Yeah, no, you're fucking caked in, like there's a cloud of sand gnats around you trying to eat. Like I've got to pick them out of my fucking eyeballs to eat my burger. like
it's kind of like
can we go inside, please? I don't want to be here.
It's kind of like it's kind of like it's kind of like going to Disney World. I feel like if you're like a rough like Boston or New York street guy and you're like your kids want to go to Disney World and you hate every second of it.
Yeah.
You're like, why the fuck? It's like, god damn it, I hate it that people are having such a good time doing this because it fucking sucks. You just hate every fucking second of it.
Every second. And it's like they wonder why everybody on Tybee is drunk all the time. It's like, dude, this is like a fucking,
you gotta put up with that shit, you know? It's a whole thing.
This is an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Right, exactly. The twist at the end is like the sand gnats form into like one like physical being, and they're like, you must sacrifice one of your own. That's the twist.
No, the twist. The twist is the goddamn the military trained Tybee cops roll up on the 4-wheeler and hit you in the head with a baton for drinking a Bud Light.
And the Thunderbolt cops are just like posted up, like completely, like full fucking like combat gear, completely militarized.
They're the muscle. Like, instead of seeing like a wall of them come up over the horizon, you just see all three of them in riot gear come over.
Yeah, exactly. And they're just completely kitted out. They have like fucking machine guns and shotguns like strapped around their back, and they just let loose.
One of them's got the PSA flamethrower.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
They're like, how many war crimes can we commit in the next 15 minutes?
Right. Somebody look up the Geneva Convention. Right. Let's get creative.
Right, exactly. I need to know how many laws I can break.
Right, and then we look around, we're like, well, there's 14 of us, and there's only 3 of them. Scatter.
And it's just like, you don't understand. They're like, what warranted such a strong police response? You don't understand. Like, they were doing 37 and a 35.
Right. They had an open container on the beach.
Yeah. They had something that looked like glass that ended up being a can, but I say fuck it anyway. We're going hard on it.
It's like, wait, did you say open container? Grab the 100-round magazine.
Yeah, he's like, grab the drum on the AK-74. Let's fucking go to town on these bad boys.
Right. Mount up the 50 on the Jeep, boys. We riding.
Bring out the murder ostrich. You know, we got it. We got it brand new from the city.
Dude, don't. No, please. I give up. If I see a fucking murder ostrich, I'm done.
Dude, the murder ostrich
scarier. The only thing scarier than a Thunderbolt fucking patrol.
A fully militarized Thunderbolt patrol.
Yeah, it's a Dodge Charger mask as an ostrich that's armed to the teeth.
Can you imagine, like, if they set up a DUI checkpoint? Can you imagine the fucking traffic that it would cause?
Right
like
there.
it would be right on like one of the busiest like byways in the entire city.
But they do it at 2:00 on a Saturday, and it literally goes. It's just
exactly.
a line of cars for 15 miles. To literally,
the traffic would be backed up to fucking Statesboro, like quite literally. Like what the fuck is happening there?
Dude, that would be epic. Like I would say we try something like that, but we would end up just getting lynched by the 3 patrol officers on duty.
100%. Well, and everybody else who would be like, they would think we're the Tybee cops, and they'd be like, no, not the Tybee cops, Thunderbolt cops, and they'd be like, we've had enough of your bullshit. And they just hang us.
We have the numbers. We have the power.
Yeah.
Today is the day.
We the people say enough is enough, goddammit. I'm tired of having to watch my ass every time I come off that bridge, and it goes from a 45 to a 30. Fuck this.
You're gonna eat this fucking 36 and a 35 ticket, Kevin.
Yeah.
Officer Melendez, your days are numbered.
You can tell we're totally over it. Like it doesn't affect us anymore.
No.
Even haven't lived in Savannah in like 6 years.
I never wake up at 3 a.m. in a cold sweat and like look for the Thunderbolt cops.
Oh
ever.
my god. It's like my worst nightmare. It's just the police scanner going off in your car and you're like driving over the bridge.
Right.
You're like, no, God, no.
I just like, I jump awake, like, just as they tap the baton on my window, I jump away. I'm like, ah!
Right. You dive out of the car as it's in motion. You can't get me today.
I said, sir.
I'm not resisting.
You know, look, I think their talents are like they're being wasted in the 3 square miles of their jurisdiction. I feel like,
dude, put them in South Chicago, like that shit. People will be wearing like, you know how everybody in the 1920s wore a suit? Like that's what the entire fucking city would look like in like a week. They'd be like, "Don't fuck around." Yeah. Don't fuck around with those cops, man. They're crazy.
They've got the little what do you call the things? Not the hover rounds, but the little thing like Paul Blart had.
The little I was gonna say the Kevin James. Oh god, what are they called? Segways.
Segways, yeah. You got a Segway, but it's got like two 9mm turrets on it. Like,
it's the like, modern day murder ostrich. They updated
it. It's gonna take me a while to line this up. Hold still.
Why are you riding it like a horse? Why is it? What are you? That's all the craters in the fucking street, I guess. Every time you go into a fucking pothole in Chicago.
One thing, look, I rarely will give Kevin James credit for being anything but a fucking potato. But
I mean, he's a pretty good potato. Let's be honest.
But he learned how to drive the shit out of that Segway for Paul Blart, though.
Dude, he did. He went hard.
Have you ever been on one?
No, they actually look kind of cool. But
yeah, they are. But at the same time, like, so the difference between like, so you know, I'm not going to go through all my qualifications, but I'm a pretty well balanced gentleman. Like I have a sense of balance, and they're
all my certificates on my Segway, my multiple licenses, you know.
Right, my Segway license. No, but it was pretty easy to pick up. Like I thought, but it's still like there's that sketchy factor where it's like, okay, so this could go fucking sideways quick. Right. Like if you're not careful, it could like it'll cut a cartwheel on you and do crazy shit. But but the difference is. What you take for granted is some people just absolutely have zero sense of like gravity or balance.
Yeah,
and like,
I get that. Yeah,
like you see somebody that's never been involved in any type of sport get on one of those things, and it just immediately backs up and rams them into a wall. And I'm like I've seen it go sideways, but I got to give kudos to Kevin James because half of that shit he did in that movie, there's absolutely no way. Like you need special training for that. And at the same time, I'm not a fucking potato, so I can only imagine the weight shift being a 400-pound potato.
Right. Like, well, it's look. I mean, it's the Hollywood magic. You know, otherwise he wouldn't have been able to pull it off. I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah, but have you seen those videos of people getting on the bird scooters though when they're drunk, and it's just like they go like 3 feet and then they fall off, and the bird scooter goes like flying and kills like 15 pedestrians. Yeah. That's like I kind of imagine the same thing with a Segway, except I feel like a Segway it's wider, it's like thicker, so it could really do more damage. You know
it really could if it's just ghost riding. Yeah. It could fuck you up.
Yeah, there's several like it could legitimately like run over a toddler and keep going. I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like,
dude, it really could.
I
Like,
think
those
it
things are a
could.
nightmare. Like, but
It's
not,
like
not only
it's
that,
like
it's not
Death
even the worst
Race.
thing that
Death
can
Race
happen.
4 comes out, and it's just segways.
Dude. But also, there's a thing
Sorry,
I've never
Thunderbolt
seen it.
Police. Sorry. All right, I was
Move
gonna
along.
say. Move along.
But-
Oh god.
which is one thing they'll never say. They'll never tell you to move along. They'll say, "Sir, can you park over here in our designated ticketing area, please?"
Yeah, exactly.
No, they already have areas carved out. Like you're like, "Oh fuck, here we go again. Let me pull over."
Right. They have like temporary like lines spray painted into the shoulder.
Yeah. What was that? No
See-
way. No way.
Wait, what?
There's
that's-
no way.
First of all, how does Ramming Speed fucking know everything? Number one.
Ramming Speed
That's
just
what I
went up
wanna
another
know.
rung. Dude, I think he just like passed Secret Squirrel for number 3 on the dick list.
I think it's measured in inches, so like, and the smaller the better, right?
And
That way you
he's
can take it
growing by the week.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's fucking. Wait, hold on a second. That's fucking hilarious.
Dude,
I'm gonna look
you
this
gotta
up real
that
quick.
shit up. We're gonna talk about that because dude. I can just imagine it now. Like he's like testing a new prototype, and it just literally just smacks forward on the pavement.
You know, it's something about this. First of all, okay, this is a weird little tidbit. I'm going to his Wikipedia page. It says his name is Jimmy Heselden. He was a former coal miner. Like, what? That's so random. Became wealthy by manufacturing the Hesco Bastion barrier system, which is like, oh, that's like those little like barriers that pop. Oh no. That's the concrete metal or like the concrete barrier things that they use in the military that like are like temporary.
Yeah, I know what
know.
you're talking about. So like something that
weird as
if you
fuck.
ran a Segway into it, it might kill you.
Yeah, yeah. It would be the other way around. That's like there's very few things the Segway can't run over. That's why he had to create the barrier.
and a toddler's not one of them.
Right, exactly.
You put the off-road tires on that, and a fucking 17-year-old is not safe.
Yeah, that's fucking insane, dude. I don't know. So hold on. Did
So
he actually?
How did he die? He died on a Segway.
Apparently, he was also
drove one
knighted.
off a cliff.
Yeah,
Wait, Sir James Heselden.
Sir Jimmy. It's spelled Jimi, so I think that's like his actual name is Jimmy.
So is he Dutch? Like, what does that mean? Jimi?
I don't. Hold on a second. The Segway that he was riding. The Segway that he was riding is described as a rugged country version of a Segway. It's like an all-terrain Segway. He just forgot to attach the fucking hang glider to it. Apparently, when he went
Wait,
off the
there's
cliff.
a hang glider attachment.
No, I mean there could be. This is fucking crazy though.
Dude, that's
Jesus
hilarious.
Christ.
I told you, I knew they had the off-road ones, but like, imagine being the CEO. Like, he's got the fucking the 44-inch Mickey Thompsons on it, like the fucking all-terrain tires.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's exactly. Yeah, dude, a monster truck, lifted Segway. Let's
Yeah.
go. That's getting over the Hesco barrier for
Kid
sure.
seats only $5.
Sunday.
Grave
Segway demolition derby.
Segway grave digger.
Oh god.
Oh my god, dude! And the Segway's running over like the 1986 Buicks that are already trashed.
I love his analogy. He says like if Elon Musk drove a Cybertruck off a cliff and died. God damn.
Dude, that's so funny. Like,
It's fucking hilarious, dude.
we don't even have to make that one funny. That's just
It's just naturally hilarious. Like,
yeah.
oh my god. I mean, I feel bad for him. But I mean, he shouldn't have been riding his fucking ATS, you know. That's the funny part to me. It's a rugged country version. Just completely kitted out. And it's got like hydraulic, you know, stabilizers.
Is there a picture? Can we bring a picture?
I don't
of it?
know. I want to see if I can, hold on. Let's see if I can find it. They're not on
No.
Wikipedia.
Is there a video of him going off the cliff? Because I want to watch that.
Yeah, you ever seen the end of that Friday video by Rebecca, what's her face from like we're talking about planking, so let's go way back and bring up the old references. There is a
plank on the couch real quick.
that would be the most exercise you've done in like 3 years.
Sure. I don't know if I have the core strength for it, but I'll try.
I think we do have a picture of it. This is interesting. Hold on. So hold on. Let me Let me mute the intro music so that doesn't pop back up. Actually,
No,
echo. Yeah. Apparently, this is what it looks like. Yeah.
Man, I gotta take a look at this.
Look at this. Look at these. Oh, it's like granola segue. Like you do it. I love. It's so funny to me. Okay, I will never get over the fact that people wear helmets and like you're supposed to wear a helmet while riding a Segway because it's like I would never wear a helmet wearing a scooter. Ever. I just wouldn't do it.
when you're wearing a scooter, what?
No, I said I would never wear a helmet. Did I say that when I said wearing a scooter? I would also never do that, but I would never wear a helmet while I'm riding a scooter, and it's just a two wheels. It's just a wide scooter.
How ominous is that? Like they're overlooking the cliff.
Right. Well, it's like a national monument. It's like there's a cross there on the side of the road where.
Listen, you're gonna want to keep it on the gravel.
Oh my god! Yeah, I love how the max speed is 12.4 miles an hour because I feel like they get way faster. But maybe that's just like the ATS version.
Yeah, you got to put a turbo on that bitch. Just fucking
spool it up, baby. We can hit 15 with the turbo.
Yeah, there fucking go.
Jesus Christ, that's something else, dude.
I feel like they're extremely unnecessary. I feel like a four-wheeler is probably like the method of transportation I would use.
Let's talk about this for a second, because the other thing too, I've only ever seen them in a city. Like, I don't understand what's the point of having them on a trail? Yeah, like get a car. Like that trail they were standing on was like definitely wide enough for a car. You could have driven up that trail.
That's what I'm saying. You could throw a Jeep on that bitch. You'll be fine. Right.
Now, I
or a dirt bike. Or
a motorized vehicle of any kind.
Anything
that
isn't on two parallel wheels that sways this way.
It has the turn radius of a fucking tank for some reason.
Right.
They probably turn on a dime. I guess I didn't even really think about it because
you literally
you spin one wheel. Yeah,
you can just spin.
Yeah, you can just paint circles.
Yeah, but
you burn a donut. Dirt. To get the turbo version, you do donuts on your Segway. Burn out the tires. Can you drift? Can you drift a Segway?
I was about to say that's what it looks. It's like the way it's just designed. It's so fucking top heavy. So if you actually caught on a turn going at high speed, I think it's gonna whip you on the fucking ground. Like,
right, exactly.
You got two options: jump and fucking tuck and roll, or just get whipped on the ground.
I mean, I can just see it now. You're out there in your motorcycle jacket and your jeans while you're riding because it's like, man, I gotta protect myself, you know.
Your gloves with the knuckles cut out.
Right, exactly. With the motorcycle helmet on, the full fucking thing, and the
full
GoPro.
Visor.
Yeah. Shit, I think we just came up with a great idea for the next skip after we do the. And then what we'll do is we'll get in like we'll stay like we'll get in the middle of the lane like we're driving a car. And then you can follow me in the Jeep with the speaker on and just pretend like you're yelling at me the entire time. Bring back a classic Josh story.
No, Cooter loves his callbacks, but I think we just found the first content for Mater. Welcome to the team.
Welcome to the team, Mater. We're gonna give you a segue.
Yeah. He's got to have cowboy boots with spurs.
I'm sure we can rent one for like $500, right? That's the other thing about these things. Why are they so fucking expensive? Like, I feel like they're expensive as fuck. Let's say if I was gonna buy a Segway, let's see how much it would cost.
Yeah, dude, they're expensive. Like for that, you could buy like 3 2024 Ninja motorcycles.
It's $500 for 9 baht. That's actually not as expensive as I thought. So maybe we can rent
to buy it.
I think that's to buy it, yeah. Oh, they have like a wheelchair version of one. That's interesting.
So,
but that actually makes sense. Having a wheelchair, like I don't know what the fuck this thing is, but like that makes way more sense. Like give people a motorized wheelchair that need one, and then they can go fast on it. But these just hold on, show you this picture because this just look like regular dudes. These two like normal Asian dudes, and they're wearing like knee pads. Like I don't understand this,
dude. I don't care what you're doing. Knee pads are always just like the nerdiest thing.
But these are like the Navy SEAL knee pads. Like they're gonna fucking assassinate Bin Laden in these things, bro. Like look at that shit. This is the Thunderbolt. This is like the Thunderbolt motorized.
Dude, they're fucking ready, man.
Like it's legit. Like I don't.
What is
understand.
happening? Is that like a performance turn when he's leaning into it?
Yeah, that's the turbo he's hitting. It goes.
No. That's the Honda what?
Moto Compacto. All right, let's check it out.
But yeah, dude, that's I don't know. That's even more annoying to me than a regular Segway.
Oh, that's just one of those what are they called?
Is it the tiny car, like the one-seater?
No, it's just the sidecar. No, it's what is it? It's the fucking. It's like they have them in Italy. The Vespas. What are they called? Like the motorized scooters. What are those called?
Yeah, like a little moped.
Moped. Thank you. That's basically all it is. Although it looks like it's got like a Yeti cooler attached to it for some reason. I don't really understand this one. But here, let's. Yeah.
So I don't know how it is in Georgia, but like in North Carolina, you don't have to have a driver's license to drive one of those in traffic.
I feel like that's pretty much everywhere except California. So I feel like
right. Yeah. California and New York shut that shit down decades ago.
Exactly. They're like, how dare you even pretend like you're having a good time here?
Yeah, and my buddy Kevin, meanwhile, is in North Carolina on his 5th DUI, and he's just mopeding around.
Right, exactly. all the parts sticking out fold into the briefcase. Okay, that's cool. So you can just walking around.
Dude, that's either the lamest thing you'll ever do or the fucking like most G thing you'll ever do.
No, it's simultaneously both for sure.
Yeah, it goes hard in both directions. It's like whiplash.
Right. It's like while you're unfolding it, and like women are there's just waterfalls of pussy juice coming out, and it's like yeah, that's right. I just said that. And then there's and then like the men like are getting hard for you, and then as soon as you get on it and start jettisoning away, it just instantly cancels out, and they're just disgusted by you.
Right. No, instantly like every woman in a 1/4 mile radius just drips, and then then a group of 3 17-year-olds whips the shit out of you.
Exactly. They tear you off of it and beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah, and just smash it on the curb. Like,
dude, he said the other great thing he says is get it off the luggage claim at the airport, unfold it, and zoom around. Like that's genius.
That would be a G move, because I mean,
how much time would that save you between terminals and shit?
First of all, it's hard to look cool at the airport. People try, but most people give up at the airport like it's their fucking house. Like everybody just wearing pajamas.
Right. Well, we used to treat it like we were going to the Oscars for some reason. Right. So I think that, we've heavily compensated for that.
There's a middle ground here, people. You can't actually like not look like a homeless person.
No, it's definitely me. I'm wearing like sweatpants, you know, my banana hammock. You know, I got my
on the outside.
Yeah, I got a bandana on. Yeah,
I got straight Jackson Dayville.
Yeah, I 100% channel my inner white trash anytime I go to the airport. That's totally I'm definitely.
And there was the time I got arrested at an airport too, but we're not going to talk about that.
Wait, you're gonna have to talk about that at some point because that story is fucking ridiculous. Apparently, I didn't realize the Thunderbolt cops supplanted themselves into the Denver airport, but they've been branching out. Apparently,
they were there. It's elderly, and women. Like there's 2 things that Thunderbolt cops can't be, and that's over the age of 35 and female.
Right, they have strict standards to uphold.
These were both. Look, the litigation is still withholding. I can't really take care of it from where I am, and I never plan on going back to Colorado. So, yeah, it's one of those things. But
we'll just have to do a cabin trip to not Colorado.
I will say it involves me defending myself successfully against police for quite some time.
Yeah, but there were police, right? And they weren't super cops. They were not Thunderbolt PD. Okay.
No, dude. They would have. Dude, they never would have found me. Like exactly. I would be in one of their basements right now, fucking grinding an organ.
Yeah, you'd be literally handcuffed to a radiator somewhere.
Right.
115 pounds soaking wet.
Right. And yeah, I've been given a 1/4 of a fucking Oscar Mayer hot dog once a day.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, no. But anyway, without going into too much detail on that.
They lower the bucket to you and say, you know, put Precious in the bucket.
It puts the lotion on the hot dog.
Yeah.
But without
All right.
going into too much detail of that, because litigation is still pending. That's a real thing. Fuck you, Colorado. You get a chop. But no,
Rockies.
essentially, I was told that I was too intoxicated to get on an airplane. And
Oh, so you are telling the story. Hold on, I gotta get some popcorn. This is a good fucking story.
it is good. No, I'm just gonna give the cliff notes.
All right.
But I was essentially told, which I was intoxicated, but I didn't show any signs. Like I wasn't being erratic. I wasn't being like, I wasn't being acting crazy. They just like, well, I trust me. I've told you enough stories where I was acting like an asshole. Like I would tell you if I was acting like, look, I'll take my lumps where I need them, but this wasn't the time. I was just, it was a long flight, and I had like a 3-hour layover in Denver because I was going to see my buddy out in Arizona, and I sat there and drank gin. I was bullshitting, having a great time, like drinking with a couple guys at the bar. And then they smelled it on me. They said they smelled it on me and said I couldn't get on the airplane. I was like, why? I'm not being crazy. I'm not being loud, boisterous. No adjective fits me other than I smell like liquor.
Right.
But anyway, and then so that's fine. I said, whatever, you guys you're gonna pay for another flight. You're not just gonna not let me on the flight for no reason. And the one was being kind of nice, but the other one, I was sitting there and I was looking for a replacement flight, seeing if I had to get a hotel, something like that. And they're just constantly going on and 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 on, just jeering it on. And I said, look, fuck you guys. I'm getting a hotel. I'm not dealing with y'all. I'm not even flying this particular, I'm not going to dox them, but this particular airline, I'll never fly again ever. And it's a trash one anyway. It starts with an A and ends with American Airlines. But, anyway, so then look, I'm on my phone and I'm walking. By the way, if you guys have never been to the Denver airport, it is fucking giant.
Yeah. There's a reason why there's conspiracy theories about it, because it's literally the size of like 13 military installations like combined.
Yeah, seriously, like to get from I think there's like 6 terminals, but to get from my terminal just to go outside, it's right near that like fancy downtown thing. They got that big like show off. It's almost like I don't know what it's called. It's almost like a giant train station, but it's not really a train station, but it is kind of a train station. Anyway, it's a big thing in Colorado. But anyway, I was going to go there, catch a train somewhere, and just whatever, just sleep it off, go back, fly out the next day. These employees followed me for like 30 minutes through the fucking airport talking shit. And I'm talking,
which is crazy. That's fucking insane.
Dude, I went out of my way to try and like ditch them without running, and like, cause I was just done with it, and I wasn't interacting with them at all. I was trying to leave and get a hotel room. That's all I was trying to do. Right. And then finally, you know me, man, I have that line. And when you cross that line, then I'm going to say something. And they got to that point to where I was like jammed up, like waiting in line on an escalator. They were right behind me. Like I'm talking like I can like feel their breath talking shit on the back of my neck. And I just turned around and I was like, fuck you. Get the fuck away from me right now. I've had enough. This is it. It stops now. I don't know who I have to talk to. If I got to go talk to your boss, if I got to call the cops, I don't know what I have to do, but you need to get away from me right now. Right. And they just gave me like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Well, you won't be flying anywhere tonight. I was like, look, get away from me. and anyway, I turn around and like, I was almost out, like the third fucking tram I had to take in the airport. Like I was almost out of the airport. And
which is the crazy thing, because they followed you onto these trams to like get through the terminals. Like it wasn't just they didn't just like follow you from like the gate to like the exit or something. Like they followed you through the entire fucking airport.
Through the entire airport. Like
which is
they
just
followed me on
fucking insane.
On 3 separate light rails, they followed me.
Which is, it's absolutely batshit crazy that they did that. Like that's unbelievably crazy.
It really is. Like I thought I was in a movie, because I mean, you know me, I can drink, dude. I can drink all fucking night and not be belligerent. But like, and I really wasn't that drunk. Like, yeah, I drank a substantial amount. I'd say I had like probably 5 cocktails in 3 hours. Like it's not nothing, but it's not like hot tub drunk job.
You weren't like slapping asses waiting in line and like, trying to fight people.
Right. I wasn't like trying to fight the trash guys in Banner Elk.
We're like running out onto the tarmac and grabbing the fucking wrestling the little sticks away from the dude and going, go guys with the earmuffs.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, no, it gets worse. Raving speed.
It's not over yet. The story's not over yet.
It gets worse. So anyway, I finally ditched them, but apparently they ran to a supervisor or called the cops, like the actual like airport police. So when I get off the last tram, there's what I can see is 2 police officers standing there, and apparently they identified me, came over, said, "Hey, sir, can you step over here? We'd like to ask you a couple questions." And I said, "Yeah, no problem." And they said, "Have you been drinking?" I said, "Yes." They said, "Well, how much have you been drinking?" I said, "Is that illegal? I'm not driving a vehicle. I'm not flying a plane. Is that illegal? Am I not allowed to drink here? Why do you have a bar?" Right. And they were like, "Well, you can't be intoxicated in public." I'm like, "I'm having a clear and concise conversation, hopefully with you. Like I'm enunciating correctly. What am I doing to show you, other than you can apparently smell it on me? What am I doing to be intoxicated in public?"
Right.
And I said, "I can literally just get a bottle of gin and just rub it on my clothes. That doesn't mean I'm fucking drunk." But anyway, while I was talking to him, and I was being very, very respectful, and apparently there was a female cop with them too, and she was behind me, and she never made herself evident. Like she just kind of snuck up behind me, and I'm just having a conversation with this guy. And then I flat out said, "Am I under arrest? What do I need to do right now? Because I'm just trying to get a hotel and fly out of here now, or whatever I can." And when I said, "Am I under arrest?" it wasn't even 5 seconds. This bitch grabs me, like, I mean, from behind, like yanks my arm up like this, and then falls back onto a bench and is literally wrenching my shoulder up like this, to the point of, now you guys might not know, but my background is in wrestling. I'm pretty good at like joint pain. So I know when somebody's trying to hurt my joints. Right. And she was like trying to break my shoulder. And at this point, I was still trying to talk my way out of it. And I was like, I don't understand what I did. Why is this happening? I don't understand. Right. And anyway, long story short, it got to the point to where I said, "Please don't break it," like 20 times. And then my instincts kicked in, like that fight or flight, just like when I turned around and told the 2 employees, "Get the fuck away from me." Like it just kicked in, and I just turned in, laced a leg, and just fucking pulled my arm out and had her pinned down. And then the other cops are coming behind me trying to grab me, and I'm like getting rid of them. And just to the point, like I was right there to where I was like, all right, I'm already fucked anyway. Like if I can make some space, I can outrun these fucking, I almost said a bad word, but I was like, I can outrun these frittatas if I get some space. Cause I mean, a woman, an elderly man, and a fat dude, I can outrun them.
Right.
But,
you can hop on your little, you can take your little scooter out of the briefcase, scoot right up. It'll be fun.
I'll hop on my murder ostrich and we'll be the fuck out.
Right.
But, no, anyway, so long story short, no, I mean, my shoulder still hurts sometimes. Like they did some ligament damage to it. It hurt for about like 3 months after that. But here's the shit of it. Like then I get charged with assault on a police officer. Right. There was like 15 charges they tried to put on me, and I was like, for what? Like I literally was like Shorzy. Yeah. I'm like, for what? Why? Like, what? I was like, literally, I was having a really good day, and I was enjoying myself. You know, I like to socialize. Like, if you put me in a social setting and there's alcohol involved, I'll be everybody's friend. But like, I wasn't going above and beyond. It was just because one fucking employee wanted to be a goddamn cunt. Like, all this other shit had to happen.
Right.
And so I just flew back home, and that's it.
And that's the story.
After they kept me in jail for 4 days, saying that they couldn't clear my background check.
Right. I don't understand like all of the different things.
Shout out all my boys in the blue cell block.
Yeah.
Hold it down. Daddy will be back soon.
You'll have your own you'll collaborate with Kid Rock, and you'll be like, let's just tell all my homies.
That was cell block 6.
I know.
Yeah, mine was the blue cell block.
It's a little bit more basic.
It wasn't blue. What was it? It was
cyan.
No, it was Easy Block because they did it by the military phonetic thing.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
So like the old style military phonetic, like pre National Security Act.
Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. You can Easy's the old one. No,
that's what I'm saying.
The old
Easy is like pre National Security Act, so it's like that's weird.
I do know it was Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. I think Delta, and it was Easy.
That's so weird. Why would they break the pattern and go with Easy instead of Echo? That doesn't make any sense.
I appreciate that ramming speed. Listen, it hurt my feelings real bad, but I'm a big boy. I'll get over it, and I'll just never go back to Colorado, right. Because I'm safe in the People's Republic of North Carolina because they don't talk to the hippies running Denver.
The East doesn't talk to the West.
They don't. They're like
there's a Cold War going on currently.
Like they legalized the devil's lettuce. We'll never recognize any of their warrants.
Right. Exactly.
It was a whole thing, man. But it was funny because when I was being processed, like I knew that they were bullshitting because they said my background doesn't come back. I'm like, there's nothing on my fucking background. I'm an American. You have a database. Put my goddamn social security number in there and be done with it.
You're like, I have like several $1,000s sitting in my DraftKings account currently.
Right.
It should be easy to track me.
I'm like, finally, who knew it was going to be the Denver Airport Police and not Interpol that caught the tater? Right? You caught the tater.
They're like Rainbow Six is coming in for questioning for some reason.
Right. Ghost Recon drops in from the fucking tarmac. It turns finally into Die Hard 2.
James Bond shows up.
Die Hard 2.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, it was so fucked up. But then I got this little window, like a silver lining, because she was like, all right, go ahead and transfer. Ledford, you're ready. And I step over there and she's like, all right, you're going to Easy Block. And I was like, Easy Block? Like, we have fucking Nintendo 64s and shit. This sounds pretty good. Like, I'm off until next Thursday. So let's fucking, let's get it going. Yeah. And no, it was the phonetic, the alphabet thing, and I was like,
"You're like, wait, this isn't the Swedish prison? Like, I don't get to have a brand new gaming computer."
Dude, those Norway prisons are fucking gnarly. Like they're
crazy.
In a good
they're
way.
Nice. They're spas. Yeah, you get to you go down to the sauna.
Dude, you're basically staying in a Four Seasons, but they have better shit than a Four Seasons.
No yoga classes. Yeah,
there weren't any yoga classes, but there was some alcohol assessment. But no, I learned a few rules about jail life and who you want to make friends with. You want to make friends with the porter. The porter's the one that's. Because they were fucking with me and not clearing my background check and not letting me bail myself out, they had me on the Easy
I'm pretty
Block.
sure they violated your constitutional rights.
They 100%. No, there's so many things that went wrong. They 100% did.
Yeah,
there's at least 5 amendments broken here.
Yeah,
but my Bill of Rights were just shit on. Yeah. But They were fucking with me, so they had us. So the Easy Block was you basically stay in your cell 23 hours a day. They let you out for an hour to shower and whatever. There's no outside time. There's no nothing. They bring your meals. Man. They bring your meals to you. You don't even get to go talk shit with the white supremacists in the cafeteria. There's no fun to be had. You can get raped in the shower, but there's only 4 people out at one time, so you got to hit the lottery. It can happen, but it's not likely. You won't be overwhelmed.
I keep forgetting, but we can't say that word. Just don't drop the soap in the shower.
Oh. So non-consensually sexed in the shower. Sorry.
Yeah. There you go.
So yeah. Anyway, so you want to make friends with a porter because they're the ones that clean everything, but they're out all day. They're out for 12 hours. So if you want something, the guards and the guy at the fucking desk is never going to get it for you. And if he does, it's going to be 3 hours after you wanted it. But if you make friends with the porter, let him have your muffin in the morning. A little small talk never hurt anybody. You can be like, hey, man, will you go grab this for me? You'd be like, yeah, I got you, boss man. Right. And then they also control the TV. So there's 2 TVs in the middle, one facing that way, one facing that way, and you can see them from your cells. But if you're friends with them, you can get them to change the channel. So we were watching porn all day, baby.
I've never seen so many Lisa Ann videos in one day.
they got the good shit in Denver though. Like it was just an OnlyFans stream constantly.
Right, exactly. Well, it's only the best. Only the best. It's part of that like prison outreach program. You go to the library and it's just like every issue of Playboy.
Yeah. Well, I will say I'll never complain about a meal again either, because like that's also like against the Geneva Convention, the kind of shit that they're serving in there. Like this is like if we did that to POWs, we would be in a lot of fucking trouble.
What was the food that you were supposedly eating?
So apparently the thing to do in there is, because I was in like a short-term place. It was like the long-term, if I think it's between like 30 days and a year, they don't send you to prison. You just go to like a different block. But right. That's where you get out and about. You can like Thundercat could throw me some commissary. I could buy some Fritos and shit.
If things had really gone wrong at the Denver airport,
right? If I didn't escape under cover of night,
if you had lunged at their service weapon while you were resisting arrest,
right? If they actually found the mini murder ostrich in my luggage. Right. Yeah. So, but I didn't have any of that. So that you get what you get. And a thing is like that they give you condiments with every meal. So a little packet of mustard or a little packet, right. It's just one. Like if you get a sausage biscuit, eggs, and cereal in the morning, they'll give you one little packet of mustard. But what you do is you just choke through a full day's food without using the condiments. And then you use them all on one meal and have one really good fucking meal that actually tastes like something. So like the one that the first one I got, I was like, yeah, this is hopefully I get out soon, because I'm not going to make it on this. It was like, it was a gray boiled hot dog.
I'm sorry, a what boiled hot dog?
A gray. It was, the color of it was gray.
It was gray.
Boiled hot dog.
Jesus.
And with a packet of mustard, and it had this little, it wasn't a bun, it was like this little it was like if you don't know how to make cornbread and you made cornbread. Like it was just like the grainiest, driest cornbread you've ever seen, with absolutely no salt or seasoning or anything like that. And then a little fruit cup that looked like somebody like stirred it with their dick. And
get a little bit of that extra cheese flavor in there.
They probably fucking did. Cadis, right. What's up? Welcome to the chat. But yeah, no. So that was when I realized this is going to be a long, however the fuck many days I'm going to fucking be in here.
Right.
And it literally, it was like an episode of Oz. Like they would let me out of my cell and I go straight down to the phone and I'm like, I'm calling the governor for a pardon. I'm like, somebody please get me the fuck out of here. Like, right. I have money. Like, take my money.
Right.
And literally I was like, look, you guys took my wallet, but there's like 5 credit cards and 2 debit cards in there. Just pick one. Like I'll pay whatever. Just pick one.
Right.
Well, I'll cover it. Like I'll call the TC and she'll move some money around. We'll get you taken care of. Like just please don't give me any more hot dogs.
It's like basically a form of torture at Guantanamo Bay. It's like the only food you get is the gray Colorado in Denver airport hot dogs.
It's like they boiled a hot dog and let it sit under a heat lamp for 4 days and just get that gray patina.
Right.
It was so bad, dude. And so just some of the other so everybody was excited because Friday you get pizza for lunch and you actually get a fresh apple for dinner. The only fresh fruit you're given on any day of the week is for dinner on Friday.
How are people like dying from malnutrition in there?
It's bad, dude. I don't know. Like
I feel like you'd get scurvy and shit.
Well, you got the fruit cup, the dick fruit cup. So
okay. The dick fruit.
Yeah.
That'll be on the merch store next week.
Right. Dude, don't test me.
You'll be like, wait, can we get the Dole Pineapple Corporation to print our own label on a bunch of fruit cups?
No, it's just a picture of me with my junk in a fruit cup.
Right. Yeah. Somehow a picture of that ends up at the prison library next to all the Playboys.
Yeah. No, and we could use it on TikTok. I just can't be smoking in the photo.
Right. Just you could basically like show your tits on TikTok as long as you don't as long as you're not smoking or using a weapon while you're doing it. Oh.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nope. You gotta sign up for the OnlyFans.
We don't have enough subscribers yet for that.
Not yet. Listen, tell your friends.
Yeah.
I will show dong for enough subscribers.
We're about to start our own grassroots campaign because you ordered those stickers, right? How long till they get here?
I've been back and forth with we'll have them by the cabin, but I've been back and forth with customer service and they're not being helpful. So
I don't understand. Why do they need to get involved? I don't understand. Didn't you put everything
because
on
remember I paid with my PayPal account and it changed my address, so they're going to my apartment in Savannah.
God damn, I forgot about that.
And so they said it's no problem. They can change it, but I have to approve the proof. And I said, no, I'll approve the proof after you change the shipping address and show me. I was like, I'm not giving you $40 to send shit to Savannah.
Right.
And they were like, well, no, you need to. No. I was like, no, I don't need to do anything. Go in the system and show me that you changed my shipping address. And I've already paid for them. All I have to do is approve it. But that's my final step. So I'm not doing that unless you give me confirmation that my shit's coming here.
Right.
And that was like 13 emails ago. Like now I'm still talking to Trevor. And which shout out Trevor at the sticker. What was it? The sticker cover, sticky company.
I don't know.
Shout out Trevster. Keep doing the Lord's work. But we're really into doxing people lately, or at least I am.
Yeah, maybe we should slow down on that.
His name is Trevor McAllister. Phone number is
Trevor McAllister. Yeah, it's whatever the Home Alone phone number is.
his last name's not McAllister. His name is Trevor, and in his signature, I hate it so much. Like I want to burn his house down. It does say, it does say the Trevster.
Hey, for legal reasons, that's a joke.
it does say the Trevster helped you today, and I'm like, dude.
Oh my god! It says the Trevster.
It says Trevster.
I take it back. Dox his ass right now.
920.
Dude, the fucking he actually says the.
He's dude. Come on now, like he's the Trevster.
God, come on, bro. That's not
like
cool.
Is that the cringiest thing that's ever existed?
Unfortunately, it's not the cringiest thing that's ever existed, but it's on the list. It's on the fucking list.
That's
S
tier cringy.
He takes his weekends and he rides his all terrain Segway up the trail
while smoking his raspberry vanilla vape.
Right. Just the cringiest possible person.
Right. Right. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry. I upset myself with that one because I can't get the Trevster out of my mind now. Like I want to challenge him to a fist fight.
Right.
Like, you're not allowed to call yourself the Trevster.
You're like, I've taken down the Denver Airport Police.
It can be done.
Yeah, exactly.
It can be done. Apparently, their hiring practices are all inclusive, which to the detriment of their officers.
Right. I'm about to have the dog butler come by the way. So
the dog butler, shout out John.
Shout out to the dog butler. But
Alfred.
Yeah, Alfred. What was I gonna say? Fucking
We've covered zero stories, but
I was gonna say we have done so maybe we should start talking about Otani for a second because we haven't done anything.
Which, by the way, hang on, let me put something up real quick because you'll get it ties in and it's really fucking funny.
Okay, what's the most updated story from Otani? Because I guess we'll introduce the topic.
They for like 3 days, ESPN had it with like the little live dot on it, like live updates, like it was an active shooter situation on CNN.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Yeah, they're like, it's like Pearl Harbor again, all over again.
Yeah, the victim count is now up to 182.
Oh my god. Yeah, there'll be insurance claims for years to come.
Yeah, hang on. I should be able to find it pretty quick. Oh yeah, here it is.
Dude, yeah. So to set it up, right? It was like, his interpreter was caught. If you haven't heard the story, hold on. Well, here, I'll be right back. You set it
up. Yeah. So after we talked about the FanDuels and how it's kind of like crazy in North Carolina right now, but apparently, well. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about the Jacksonville Jaguars and how their money guy literally spent $22 million betting on FanDuels. For whatever reason, it went unchecked for like 2 years. But now it comes out that Otani's translator was doing huge wire transfers, like $25,000 at a time to actually cover his gambling debt because Ohtani was trying to keep it a secret and not be a part of a gambling conspiracy. And it's just a whole thing. Like, I'm not current on it as far as the last couple days, but it's pretty insane. Like the amount of effort that went and money that went into just his translator being a fucking degenerate and him not wanting anybody to know about it. But guess what? This isn't Japan. We don't have the fucking Yakuza and just sweep shit under the rug anymore. This is America. People are going to find out, and everyone's going to know immediately. And we're going to put up a live ticker for updates every time we talk to you. But like, we'll go to the story a little bit. I just I uploaded something for Philbo to bring up, but basically they fired the interpreter. And it says a total of $4.5 million in wire transfers from Ohtani's personal bank account that was sent to cover this fucking degenerate's gambling bet. And at no point did he smack him in the fucking head. I mean, he's a giant dude. He could have just ended him. He just kept covering his gambling debt. Apparently he fucked his wife or something, or owes him on the back end. I don't know. But that's a lot of money just for a guy that works for you that it has a fucking gambling problem. But it sets off this series of things. Like, was he involved? Because he obviously knew about it if he's paying for it. So, like, what?
I don't know. I don't know if he knew about it. I'm not really paying.
Dude, if $4.5 million is gone from your account.
No, so this is what happened. I did a little bit more. So what happened was this guy had his own gambling debts,
Right.
and then like separate from the $4.5 million. And then what happened is he just told Shohei, he's like, "Hey, I lost X amount of money. I lost $4.5 million. Can you Venmo me?" And then he's like, "Yeah, here you go, buddy." And
so the PayPal kid,
right? And I think so.
He's like, "You got it like that, right?" I can't hear it. Can you hear me?
Oh, my bad.
He fucked up.
Wait, how long have I been muted for?
Like 30 seconds at least.
Oh, okay. No, I feel like I don't know how I did that.
You just climbed the ladder again. You just passed Thundercat. You're number 2 on the list.
You're now,
he's coming from you.
You're now married to Josh. Yeah. No, so what I don't understand is fuck was I saying? What? No, so I don't think he did it just because I don't think it's just not something he does. Everybody's like, he doesn't gamble, whatever. I don't think it was that he did it, but to that point, maybe there was a law broken somewhere. I don't know.
So let me just say this.
Go ahead.
So Pete Rose, one of the best hitters of all time,
and deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't care what people say.
I'm getting there. One of the greatest hitters, if not the greatest hitter, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. He was the greatest hitter of all time. Just absolute pure hitter.
Right. Well, there's also Ichiro. Ichiro is pretty fucking good.
Pete Rose is a way better hitter than Ichiro. Like, he's in a tier all his own.
Anyway, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, we can bring the stats up and call through them if you want, but we don't have that kind of time.
Right.
But this man, greatest hitter of all time, becomes a manager for the Cincinnati Reds, places a wager on his team.
Not only is he, but he's playing and he's managing.
Hang on.
Let's not forget that part.
He's goading is what he's doing.
Yeah.
But so he places a wager, and it's not even a high stakes wager. It's like $1,000. He puts $1,000 on his team to win.
Right.
And it comes out a year later, and he's banned from baseball for life and forever will be left out of the Hall of Fame because he bet on his team to win. Like, right. If I'm the MLB, I want, like, bet on you.
Right,
like,
exactly.
If you're betting on the other team, we got a fucking problem.
That's literally like something that coaches will put into their speech, right.
Figuratively.
They'll be like, bet on yourself, kid,
Bet
You're
on
gonna be
yourself.
fine.
And what's the issue with that? Like, how does that compromise anything in the fucking game of baseball?
It doesn't. It's
At
not a
all.
fucking
It's
Black
like-
Sox situation, okay? People aren't throwing the game.
It's not a Black Sox. This isn't Sean Payton putting bounties
Right.
on quarterbacks' heads.
This
is
isn't a
fucking,
sham
just
fight
straight
like
up-
Mayweather versus Paul.
This is America. This is like me saying, like
It's
me
America,
and
damn it.
Philbo and I, Sunday.
Right.
We're going
Segue.
6 fucking rounds in the squared circle. Like,
What if we had to do a whole? What if we had to do the whole match on a Segway?
I don't know. I might have the edge.
Like Segway jousting, basically.
I also feel like driving a Segway is easier when you're intoxicated, so you might be in trouble.
It only gets easier.
It just loosens you up.
Right. You can turn on a dime, baby. You're ready
Yeah.
to go. Somebody get this man some Segway keys.
No,
Do they have
cute-
keys?
No, what they need to do so you don't run over toddlers while they're ghost riding, they need one of the little like the pull keys like a jet ski has. So if you fall
Right.
off, it stops.
Let me wait. So hold on a second. Here's a real thing. We should have self-driving Segways. So when you're drunk as fuck, you can just ride the Segway back home. I feel like it's not a bad
Is that
idea.
the best vehicle to make self-driving though?
I mean, no, but it is the best vehicle for when you're drunk.
I can think of 100 better ideas like that. So we just install ski lifts in every major metropolitan.
Yeah.
They go from the drinking district
Yeah.
to every neighborhood.
I
You just
think-
ride a fucking ski lift down.
I mean, sign me up for architecture school. That sounds like a great idea.
Those are also a fucking nightmare too. Like, you ever think about that?
They
You just
can
have
be.
like this
They
loose
definitely
tape,
can be. Yeah.
and you're 200 feet in the air, and the only thing keeping you from slipping out is you holding
It-
onto a gate.
And what's funny about the ski lift thing is the technology basically hasn't changed since before airplanes. So you're basically riding a taut cable in a metal box.
Right.
Right.
But no, I'm talking like the open ski lift. Like, you have skis,
Yeah.
so you're already like you're misproportioned as far as your
Right.
weight.
Yeah, you're basically it's like you're riding like the Superman ride at Six Flags. You're like
Yeah.
you're leaning over, except there's no bar protecting you.
But it's got like fucking like you
Yeah.
got 7 pounds of skis trying to pull you out of the fucking
Yeah.
thing.
And it's got
And,
zero
like-
stabilization, so there's
Yeah.
like a 5-mile-an-hour gust of wind,
Yeah,
and you're
no,
like,
you're doing this back and forth, like,
yeah,
slowly scooting down. You have to keep readjusting
Right.
yourself. Like, dude,
yeah.
sign
Like-
me up.
I've never been
Sign
in a
me
ski
up.
lift, but I've heard people talk about them. Yeah, it's
You've
Dude,
never
it's
been in
kinda
a ski
scary.
lift?
never been in a ski lift. No,
You
I've never been in a ski lift. I've been in a cable car, which is
No,
basically
no. A ski
this-
lift is the most dangerous fucking thing.
Yeah,
Because
I know,
dude, no, and it's just like baseball. It hasn't been updated in like 60 fucking years. Like,
exactly.
This is like the bumper cars at an 80s carnival.
Right, exactly.
It's like literally, dude, like you're balancing on skis, but you're also doing this little squat motion, and this thing's
Right.
coming at you. You literally have to just plop down on it, and then it comes off the fucking ground.
Yeah.
And then there's nobody there for safety. Like, you're
There's no, it's funny if you think about it. At a water park with less than an inch of water running on the slide, there's like 15 lifeguards.
right. Yeah.
But at a ski lift where it's like you could easily get
Yeah.
mangled in a terrible accident, there's just just go for it, have fun.
Yeah, literally. Like, yeah, no, water park's perfect example. Like, you're literally dick to crack, and you can't move because there's so many people observing what you're doing.
Yeah,
And then,
exactly.
Literally, here, one of the most dangerous activities like that you can do.
Right.
But the actual skiing isn't nearly as dangerous as trying to operate the
Right.
ski lift. Like, you get on this fucking thing, and it's like, so me and you are waiting on it. We have to do this little crouch motion, and then it just scoops us up and takes
it like-
us
do you have to,
up in
like-
the air.
Is it like
But
you have to
you
get a
don't-
running start or like how to,
No,
How
you
does it
literally,
work?
but you have to know how to do it. If not, it'll just clip you. Like, I've seen it happen dozens
Oh
of
my
times. Like, it'll just run over a
eat it.
7-year-old.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
there's nobody manning the button.
Right.
Like, stop.
and they're not like baby proof. Like they don't put the foam padding on the fucking
No.
edge of it, so you just get whomped.
No, No, it's just like a snowy version of Thunderdome. Like people are just wandering around, shuffling with skis and getting run over by fucking. They're getting run over by like porch swings. Like,
also, if you think about it,
that's all it is a fucking porch swing. And then, like, so if you're on the right side, then you man the gate. And guess what? If you're a Frittata and can't figure it out, well, we're just free balling. Like, we're just fucking sitting on a bench and we're 200 feet in the fucking air swinging back and forth. Because, like, if you're on the right side, you literally have to pull it up and pull it across. Like,
what's funny to me about skiing too is like historically before they invented, the death trap that we call a ski lift, like it was literally just like
you just have to walk sideways up the hill.
Well, no, I was thinking like, so it's just something you did once because you're like, I just walked up this fucking mountain, I'm not doing it again.
Right. Well, that was the day.
Yeah. It's now midnight.
It took me 7 hours to get to the Black Diamond. It took me 5 minutes to get down. I'm done.
Yeah. Right. A little anticlimactic, probably.
Yeah, no shit. But like the people that do it more than once a day, like their legs are like running back legs, like they're this fucking big around.
Right, exactly.
They're like Spencer Strider, just sprinting up and down.
They also have Shohei Ohtani money because, from what I understand, skiing is expensive as fuck.
It can be.
Everybody I've ever
trust
talked
me,
to, like,
you don't want to go to the discount one.
Yeah, you don't want to get the 300-year-old ski lift that's not even running on electricity. It's just like hamsters.
Yeah. If you get an all-day ski pass, like a ski lift pass for less than $100, it's like bungee jumping in Mexico. They don't have the regulation.
Right. The FRA has not totally okayed this operation. Not the FRA, the FAA.
Yeah. Parasailing off the coast of Guatemala, probably not going to end well. I mean, I'd say America, like adventure sports, like something like parasailing, you probably have a 99% success rate. There are going to be some injuries and some crazy shit happening. But if you do it off the coast of Guatemala, it's just a guy with a pontoon boat named Pedro. Like it probably gets like closer to like 71%.
It's more like a rowboat with a Honda outboard motor on it. And
right. But their success rate is actually claimed at 100% because if you fall off the parasail, they just leave you in the ocean.
They leave you for the sharks. Which is funny too, because if you die skiing or you get into trouble skiing, especially if you do it in like a remote area, they're just kind of like, yeah, we'll get you in a couple of days.
We'll be there
when the weather's better.
The ice patrol will be here.
Right, we gotta wait for this whole fucking thing. You know how the whole concept is like there's snow. Yeah, we gotta wait for the snow to go away, and then we can come get your ass.
Right. Trust me. But if you are stuck, you definitely want the real ski patrol. If the ice patrol shows up, you're still fucked.
The ice patrol shows up and they're drunker than the.
No, we just hand you a Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah, exactly.
And make you take it to
ski away. They quickly get out. This looks like you're stuck, bitch.
Yeah.
Time for me to leave.
Well, actually, one of the ice patrol is a surgeon, so you might be okay.
That is true, but not when he's 15 Smirnoff Ices in.
Right, but he's going to be a drunk surgeon, so you might not want to roll the dice.
Yeah. I've seen. Look, in all the old movies, the best surgeons, they always take like a shot of whiskey before they start. So. And he's in like 15 Smirnoff Ices, it's like 2 whiskeys. So
that's why everybody died on the operating table in the 1950s.
That's also true. That's probably also true. But I feel like not the 1950s, but like Civil War to like World War One. Dude, they were still like until they invented penicillin, they were still just chopping arms off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're just they're smoking a cigarette and holding a bone saw, like waiting to go to the next one.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That was surgery. They're just using it. It's actually not a bone saw. It's
but
just a regular wood saw.
It wasn't even a tobacco cigarette. It was just fucking opium. They're like, we could 100%. Give this to you. We could give this to you, but I need to dull my own senses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you accidentally nick your finger with a razor, and they're like, "Take it off. We don't have time for this."
Well, you've seen that
much worse things.
Have you seen that?
You're a lefty now.
You're a lefty now. Have you seen that meme? Have you seen that meme where it's like there was that surgery that was performed at like the turn of the last century, and it's like it had a 300% mortality rate because the surgeon like accidentally sawed through his own arm. and then like died. The patient died. He died of an infection or something, and then somebody in the audience saw it and died of a heart attack.
There's just a pile of dead bodies.
Yeah, it's like the joke is it's the only known surgery with a 300% mortality rate.
It's Stephen King presents Carrie. They're just raining blood from the ceiling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a Xanax for this one.
Right.
Anyway, dude, bring up that picture I put, like the new LA's new uniform, like the new City Connects.
Hold on. It just reminded me instantly. I think of Major League where they talk to Charlie Sheen. They're like, "What league you been playing again?" And he goes, "The California Penal."
Yeah, he's like.
That's what I instantly thought of when I saw this. Hold on, I
New York State Corrections.
Yeah, that's hilarious. They got him in there as LA.
That's their.
I like how the cops have the LA hats too. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, that was my stay in jail. Like the cop was my roommate. Right. He just sat next to me, like just dicked up to me.
This is great. Although it's funny because you could definitely tell it's an AI photo because for some reason the cop has a third leg growing out of his other leg. That's coming back right here. But it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good though.
Everything in California causes cancer. It might just be a side effect.
That is true. Why do things only cause cancer in California?
I don't know. I think cigarettes only cause cancer in California, so I'm good.
No. They definitely we're like 30 years on that one. We know those cause cancer everywhere.
So here's the thing, and I know, like this is a little hackneyed, a little overplayed, and everybody's got a story for this, but legitimately, I've got a story that, like, one of my bosses years and years ago, Candace will actually remember him. I'm not gonna throw his name out, but he used to walk around with a cane because he had gout and he was only like 38 years old. But his father passed away, but his father was like in his 80s, and his father drank, and it was a specific type of rum. I don't remember what it was, but he drank an entire like 750 milliliter of it every day and smoked 2 packs of Winston cigarettes every day.
Right. And he lived to be 117.
Until he was like 86. And then his doctor said, you got to stop because we got to do an operation, this and that. Like, it's not a big deal, just some kind of outpatient something. But you have to stop for like 4 days in advance because you have to be completely sober for the euthanasia, or not euthanasia.
Right. It was a Kevorkian clinic.
No, your owners are having you put down. So we're going to have you get to have you get to have a really good day, and then it's gonna suck for a little bit, but you're gonna go to the Rainbow Bridge.
It turns out the inflation hit real hard on the rum, and we just can't afford your lifestyle anymore.
Listen, your son was pushing whatever, but no, they told him he couldn't consume alcohol for like, I think it was like 72 hours, and it was the night before his operation. He just passed away of natural causes. Nothing leading up to it. No real health issues. I think he was having like a mole removed or something. And literally he took a 3-day break off the fucking rum after 70 years of doing it every day and died.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
So drink on, dicks and dickheads.
That's it. Time for round 2.
No, I'm already on round 2. We don't have time for round 3 today, but
it's definitely like a preservative at that point. Like the alcohol it's acting like formaldehyde, and it's keeping all of your organs from decaying.
It's like taking an olive out of the jar and the juice. Like it's not going to be okay. You can leave it in there for 45 years and it'll be fine. But if you take it out, it's going to shrivel up and mold.
The second you take it out, it turns into Denver prison gray hot dog olive.
Right. It turns into me wrestling a female officer at a Denver airport.
It turns into a Greek man, a hairy Greek man with smoking a cigarette.
It's unfortunate. Is what it is, because it was the cigarettes that killed him, apparently, because cigarettes without liquor, that's like a sky without stars. It just doesn't.
The two go together, damn it.
It's spaghetti and meatball, lamb and tuna fish.
Yeah, I mean, we have
peanut butter and jam.
Nice.
Which, by the way, I got a big bam from him the other day. He says the murder ostrich is right around. Jacob said a shout out to ramming speed too. But
hell yeah, that was a good episode.
Dude, that was a great episode. I know that they enjoyed it. By the way, I haven't seen Siren today, but I wanted to ask if she received her stuff. But if not, it's somewhere between here and Austria.
Right, it's somewhere. Yeah, it's in the middle of the ocean.
I don't have tracking. The Somali pirates, like
we paid the Somali pirates to go track it down. And that only cost $5.
Right, it was cheap as shit.
We fed a whole village for like a year.
Yeah, no, we sponsor them.
Yeah,
and if they didn't get to it, I'm gonna give them a call when we get off this, and I'll let you know next time. But if they didn't get to it, I have an in with Boko Haram. We also sponsor them. So
who are the
people? Hang on, let me correct that because that'll get us cancer. We have
that'll get us cancer.
God damn it!
That'll get us California cancer.
California can't. That's a real kind of cancer, and it's everywhere. It's lurking behind every ingredient tag, every nutrient tag. It's hiding right there.
Right.
Any piece of equipment you plug in for the first time, you got to peel that ugly ass sticker off. Like
it'll get you, bro. It'll get you.
Listen, highway to hell, baby. Woo! Yeah. Just rip the sticker off. Nobody will ever know. It's like a mattress tag.
It's like a mattress tag. Why is it illegal to remove those? I don't understand that.
It's not. It's only illegal to remove them before they're sold. Like once you own them, you can absolutely remove them.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's because
hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some scissors.
Yeah. They actually rip off clean. They're not really like sewn in that well, but yeah, I mean it shouldn't be bothering you in your everyday life to have a tag on your mattress. But
I was like it's like on my bucket list, the one thing I wanted to break the law before I died, so I ripped the tag off my mattress. Oh god.
That was the joke in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Have you seen the film?
Oh no, I haven't. Damn.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure. It's a cult classic from back in the 90s. But literally the outlaw picks him up and he's still got like the handcuffs hanging off of one arm. And he's like, he's in a stolen car. And Pee-wee's like, what did you do? And he's like, I just broke out of prison. He's like, well, why did you go to prison? He's like, so one night my wife left me. My best friend had sex with her. So I got real mad and I got real drunk and I ripped the tag off my mattress.
I love that. That's hilarious.
Like, yes, now that's quality writing. Now the recent sequel was fucking unwatchable.
Well, here's something I learned literally yesterday. It's funny you brought that up. Didn't Tim Burton direct that movie?
Yep.
Which is like, how the fuck did Tim Burton direct that movie?
And it shows, man. Like, there's some dark ass shit in that movie.
And it's funny because isn't Pee-wee was like Pee-wee Herman? He was like a child. He had like a children's show, right?
Yeah, but it was always tongue in cheek. Like it's one of those where it was he didn't cuss, and there was a little. It was always a PG, and like early '90s PG is like today's PG-13.
It's like today's like XXX.
Yeah, it's like
they were going crazy in the '90s. Yeah. They were like this like fucking. They were bringing porn stars on set to just drop in and be like, "Hey kids, remember to drink your milk."
Right. It's rated PG, but you got Pee-wee Pecker slapping him while doing while doing cocaine. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but it was
kids, remember.
But Pee-wee was always like a tongue-in-cheek thing. Like it was a kids show, but it was always meant for adults.
Gotcha. Okay.
If that makes sense. Like they kept it under a certain rating so they could like get away with it and capture both audiences, which is it's entertaining for kids, but the shit he does and the shit he says is definitely there's reading between the lines. He's saying something else.
That makes sense.
No, I used to love Pee-wee. I mean, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, if you haven't seen it, dude, that might be a cabin movie because it's a classic.
Sounds good to me.
Which we got to start. We only have so much time there, and I just wait. We can't talk about the cabin. No, we can't. It's season 2. We can talk about the cabin.
We didn't.
Hang on.
Well, we got it. We're getting close, so I feel like we shouldn't talk about it.
Hang on, Ramming Speed. Are you coming to the cabin?
Yeah, he's moved up the list so much he gets an invite.
Yeah,
permanent edition.
If so, you owe me paid in full by April 1st. So
just in case.
Go ahead and sell that Jacob print, and you should be good.
Yeah, recoup some of that. Yeah. No, we are coming up to the end. We gotta hit the Echo shop. Yeah. Just don't say a fucking word.
I think we only had one chop.
And I remember it this time.
I do too.
Yeah, it was well deserved. I think
that's the first time I think that's ever happened that we both remember the chop.
Something's wrong. We'll play the lottery tonight. We might have a good chance.
Ramming speed. Go down to the sperm bank and just All
right, I'm gonna mute you, so you can say anything you want.
Chop.
All right, it's playing. All right, now it's playing. Oh wait. I gotta I'm an idiot. I gotta unmute the desktop for the full echo effect. All right, there we go. Now it's playing. Hell yeah. Best sounder in the world. All right, Josh, I'm gonna unmute you and you can say it. You ready? You ready? Go. There it is, baby. There it is. It's just air horns echoing for the next 35 minutes.
Into eternity.
Yeah, for real. Gotta sell more plasma. What are you donating blood?
I told him to go down to the sperm bank. They pay more, and it's actually more fun. So
you're still serving humanity, and it's way more fun for everybody involved.
Dude, and I think we're actually.
Who the fuck? We got to bring this guy out as a writer or something. This guy's hilarious. Oh my god! Yeah,
I'm saying he's coming for you, Candace. He's coming.
He is. Coming hard. He's going to the sperm bank, so he's coming.
He's going to the sperm bank. He's coming hard.
Raving speed 69, 420. All right.
420.
All right. So who gets the chop, Josh? You definitely deserve to duke it out.
You tell me, because
you tell me. You said you remembered.
I did, but then I did the air horn and I forgot.
I mean, that is an in-depth.
It takes a lot of effort. Like
it's the state of Colorado, Josh.
It's emotionally draining.
It is.
To do the air horn that much.
To be a professional air horn. What is it? You remind me of God. I don't know what show it's from, but there's a line where he's like, I can just imagine them doing it. They're like, you're basically making that fit.
Yeah, I started watching Superstore recently, and
not my cup of tea.
Yeah, it's not the greatest show I've ever seen, but the one guy that plays the stupid like 19-year-old boyfriend, he always does the air horns. He's like, "Yo," he's like, "Are you just walking around with $1,000?" He's like, "Yeah, this is my $1,000." And he's like, "I roll like T-Pain, yo." Like,
this is my $1,000.
Yeah, he's like, "No, this is my stack."
It's all the money I have in the world.
No, it literally is. Like, that's all the money he has, but he just walks around and he won't spend it because it's in a stack.
Right. Anyway, state of Colorado, you get a chop.
State of Colorado, you get another fucking chop.
Hot dogs in the state of Colorado in the penal system.
Chop. Gray hot dogs. Chop.
Yeah.
Jeff, the correctional officer. Chop. You know who you are. Like,
we've already doxed like 13 people today. What's one more?
Bryce Harper, chop.
Go through the list. You just
Philadelphia Phillies.
When you get your
chop.
When you get your Dicking Around podcast branded notebook, you just need you'll record the chops and have the chop list for the daily chops.
I'm getting a notebook, and by the way, our merch shit is going live next week.
Right.
Dick and Diggets.
Currently, we have the Teespring store linked on Twitch because I didn't unlink it. Don't click on that.
Yeah, don't buy that shit.
It's too expensive.
It's too expensive. We got a cheaper way, and you guys look. We got some dope ass shit. Like, you can get a hat for like $20. You can get a fucking shirt for like $17. Like, we got the fucking hookups, and we will be doing. We will be doing giveaways from that shit too. So, we got some fire ass shit. We're still working on like transferring it over and making a couple new designs. Right. But we got a towel. We got Josh's fucking drinking glass. We got fucking Philbo's socks. Like we got all this. We got all this shit coming at you. So look, we'll drop the link and we'll do a giveaway next week, and we'll give away like a hat or a shirt or something. And I'm excited about it. I really am. Like we got some killer fucking shit. But on that, so Teesprings, you get a chop. You're fucking greedy.
Teespring. I mean, their system's nice, but they are a little greedy. I'll give them that.
They are greedy, and they want to, like, if we lower the prices, they want to take it out of our end. Which, by the way, just know this: we're setting the prices. We're really not making much money, and just okay. So here we're gonna peel the curtain back a little bit. Philbo and I are keeping zero of the proceeds. It's all going to your boys Trigga and Uncle Joey. So shout out Trigga, Uncle Joey. We want to give them a little money back. So anything that you buy a T-shirt, they split $3. They can eat an Uncle Joey hot dog. At the bowling alley.
That's 3 Uncle Joey hot dogs. I'll have you know.
Right.
The economy's not that bad.
The cigarettes they use to patina those hot dogs cost more than the hot dogs. But no, look, you guys jump on that, buy shit for your friends. Like I said, we'll be giving it away. And that's a perfect idea for a shirt. We got to fucking design that. The chop shirt. Like it'll just say chop. And then we'll have different ones, like a chop shop. And then it'll have like a hatchet and like Bryce Harper. Like
Bryce Harper just like cartoonishly like sad, crying, like rubbing his eyes. I'm sure we won't get our asses sued off for that, but no big deal.
Fuck them. Like come get your money if you want it. You can suck it out of his dick.
Josh has money specifically set aside for the legal system.
I haven't set aside for the legal system, but my Venmo is chock full of cash for the cabin. So, but that's all for DraftKings.
Right. That's all going to jail. You got to gamble that money away first.
That's going on Alabama tonight.
I mean, something like 90% of gamblers quit gambling right before they score big. So I feel like you shouldn't let up. You just spit out your trick for that.
I like that reasoning. Dude, ramming speed, man. Hey, thanks for hanging out. We really appreciate you coming back and cheering the chat on and doing all this shit. I hope you pick up some shit. And look, I don't know. We'll put it in a giveaway next week, and since you dominate the chat anyway, you'll probably end up winning it.
There's also Candace.
And Candace. I mean, I think we owe Candace a shirt anyway.
I think we owe her something. We made her get on with us for a solid hour and a half, so she deserves.
Which, by the way, ramming speed. I don't know if that's something you're interested in. Wait, I'm not allowed to. I've been breaking Trigga's rules the whole time.
But just. Might as well say it.
Ramming speed, Candace, ramming speed, C-Dog,
C-Rackers, R-word, all R-words.
Trackas, the rate, that word.
The rate.
The rate. Don't get rated in the shower.
Yeah, don't get rated. That's the worst.
Don't get non-consensually sexed. But ramming speed. It is a possibility. It has happened before. Candace is our guest, which I encourage. Dude, go back on YouTube if you haven't seen that. Like you got to.
I don't know if it's on YouTube yet, but it is on Apple Podcasts.
Well, it's Apple Podcasts works too, but definitely go back. The it's Candace on the main stage. I think is the episode name.
Yeah, it's episode 30 of. Or no, I'm sorry. No, it's not episode 30. I don't remember what it is.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
we had a fucking blast, and it was a great episode. So if that's something you're interested in, we love having guests on. So
and that's one of our few episodes where the audio is not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
It's somewhere between here and the inaudible one we had to do the next day over. Because C-Dog didn't let us know we were fucking up.
We had to dub over that like a Japanese Godzilla movie. It's episode 34 of season 1.
Yeah.
Damn. So, but anyway, we're excited. We're gonna get some stuff going. We got an advertising budget now, so we'll be getting out there, getting big. Thank you for the small community of people who have stuck by us in the beginning. You will not be forgotten. You will not be forgotten. And look, our community is going to continue. It's going to continue to grow. But listen, trust me, we prioritize with our fans. We will not forget you. Once we get to Jake and Logan Paul and we usurp them, and we're just fighting. Yeah, we're just fighting. It'll basically be bum fights 2.0. We'll just throw random people in the ring with us. Dude, we'll team up and it'll be me, you, and Mike Tyson, and we'll fight the Paul brothers. We'll fight like 30 midgets.
We'll fight. No, I would pay money for that.
You're like, I would no wait, don't pay me. I'll pay you to do that.
Me, yeah, no, you don't have to pay me for that. Me, you, and Mike Tyson fighting 30 midgets.
That'd be amazing.
Dude, that I'll wear knee pads for because like they go up to the legs.
You know, it was funny because I said midget wrestling at work, and then one of the people was like, "You can't call them that." I'm like, "But it's called midget wrestling. It's not called little people wrestling.
Like
it's not called Snow White and the Seven Dwarves wrestling. It's called midget wrestling."
They go from being dwarves and little people to midgets as
right.
soon as they enter the ring.
Yes. Yeah. You put some spec on their name. The second they step out of the ring, they're little people. But when they're in that ring, you call them midgets, goddammit.
The second the luchador mask is fully fucking laced, they're midgets.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, something's wrong with us. You know that, right?
Well, that's why we have this podcast. So, speaking of which, we'll be back to our normally scheduled programming on Fridays. I will not be forgetting shit and scheduling a hockey game during our podcast in the future. So, yeah, that was my bad, but that's okay. But yeah, we'll be back to next Friday live at 5 on Twitch. As always, hit up the socials, hit up the YouTube, hit up the podcast. Yeah, sorry, that was my fault. Anyway, hit all that shit up. We'll be dropping clips.
Was sitting at home like ready to click at 5.
He's like ready to go. And then he was like, let's take it down. And then what happened too yesterday was I put something up for yesterday and then I didn't delete it. So I'm sure he was sitting there at 3:00 on Saturday like, where the fuck is my show, man? The fuck are these assholes?
And then he just lost $500 on DraftKings anyway.
There was a parlay bet to see if we were actually gonna go live this weekend, and he just lost all of the money.
Right. No, he got DFA'd like my buddy did. Like apparently he had a 5-game parlay, but then the last game didn't count for some reason.
Oh my god!
Like he stood to win like $600, and they just refunded his $50.
Jesus, that's ridiculous.
You want to talk about wanting to burn the fucking building down?
Anyway, well, you can burn the building down next week. We'll see you on Friday. Merch, exciting shit's happening. Money's being spent, so we'll see you guys